Thank you for joining us today, Ben. Can you tell us a bit about your presentation today?
Well, as you know, APICS now has 3 different globally acknowledged certifications. The CPIM, that's been around since the late 70s, the CSCP, which is now less than a decade old, and the latest is CLTD. CLTD is certified in logistics, transportation, and distribution. And we wanted our members to learn about what's involved, what the benefits are. And that's what this presentation was about. We reviewed slightly some of the changes that are being made in CPIM and talked about how important CSCP, Certified Supply Chain Professional, is. And that's what we did this evening.
Speaking of which, you talked about the CLTD, which you had just mentioned.
Yes.
Can you tell us why it's important for professionals to look out for this certification?
You really don't ever want to stand still. It should be not just continuous improvement, but continuous learning. And if you want to expand your career, well, here we are. If you are a CPIM, you want to expand and grow, you want to be a CSCP. If you're a CSCP, you want to expand and grow and take on another layer of learning, of knowledge, of experience, and that would be the CLTD. Between CPIM, CLTD, and CSCP, we're talking about a supply chain professional from ore to door.
Can you tell us a bit about your career in supply chain and how has APICS impacted your career in supply chain?
APICS is really the foundation of my career. I started with APICS in 1975, and I've been an active participant and I hate to use the word leader, but yes, in APICS and for APICS. I'm an advocate for APICS. And when I took my first certification exam, what APICS and that certification exam and what that dictionary did for me is I had all this knowledge bouncing around in my head with all those years of experience, but it didn't have a structure. And the APICS body of knowledge provided that structure. I recognized all of the interdependencies, where and how they fit together, and learned that what are truly first principles. That's just some of the things that APICS has done for me. The other really important thing that APICS has done for me is that it has allowed me to build a global network of like-minded, like-thinking professionals who want to improve business.
What is your advice to supply chain professionals and how can they grow in the supply chain field?
I need to stop and think for a minute because I said something at tonight's presentation, and I said there are times when we're too smart, we know too much. We have a tendency at times to overcomplicate and never really seek out what is the root cause, what is the basic problem. Most of the issues, most of the problems I've run into in all these many years, most of the problems are getting people to use the right tools the right way. And that takes education and training.
And that's something APICS Ottawa certainly provides for its members.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for taking the time, Ben.